What is going on, guys and gals? Tyler here, and today I'm bringing you another WWE 2K15, or in this case 2K16 video. And I know I already did a wish list, and this video will actually be somewhat similar to the wish list, but instead of just going over things that I want to see in 2K16, I feel like I should just do this, where it's what's wrong with 2K15, so that if 2K stumbles across this video, they know what to fix. Now, I'm not going to go over what I want to see in this video, because I already did that with my wish list, once again. I'm just going to say what I think was wrong with the game. So, without further ado, let's just start with my complaints about 2K15. Now, the biggest complaint that I have with this game is that the Creation Center just really is not as good as it was. I mean, in this game, you had very, very limited choices, and although they gave you the ability to add in your own custom logos, which really was the only reason why you can get such amazing created wrestlers as the ones that I'm actually using in this game, and I didn't make the majority of these. The majority of those were off of community creations, but nevertheless, the only reason why the Creation Center is even has a point in this game is because you can add in your own logos, which needs to be kept, but the Creation Studio is very limited. There aren't enough ways to create things. Like, sure, you can create a wrestler, and you can create an entrance, you can create a moveset. What happened to the great things like creating an arena, creating a finisher, all that stuff, all those great things? And they got rid of all those, which is a huge problem with 2K15. The next big problem, in my opinion, with 2K15 is my career mode. This is probably, if Creation Studio was the biggest, this is from a gameplay standpoint the biggest, because, like, my career mode was probably the most boring experience I've had in a WWE game. Alright, because it's just hours upon hours of monotonous gameplay, of you just whooping the same people over and over again, and then Vicky Guerrero saying, Vicky Guerrero saying, oh, we don't have anything scheduled for you, but we'll give you a push, and possibly. Like, that's just boring. I mean, the last match thing was kind of fun. That was the only real standout point. The cutscenes, for the most part, had no audio. There were no real storylines. Eventually, the game just got too easy, and in NXT, at some parts, it was unbeatably hard. It was just really a horrible, horrible thing, and it's a shame because I was really hoping it would be as great as the NBA 2K games, my career mode. So that definitely needs fixing in WWE 2K16. My next problem with WWE 2K15 is the roster size, and this is something that a lot of people have brought up before, but the roster in this game really is not that good. For all the improvements they made in gameplay and graphics, it was brought down a few notches in the roster. I mean, sure, you have the main roster and a few jobbers in there, but, like, do we really need Xavier Woods? Like, it's just pointless to have people like that, when they could have been taken up by much more important people, like maybe adding in some more legends into the game, which is another thing with the roster, because really, in the showcase modes, with the majority of them, you're just unlocking past versions of certain people, like 2011 CM Punk and 2002 Kane. Like, I don't care about that crap. It's just pointless to me. I want some new wrestlers. The Ultimate Warrior felt out of place. Sure, I'm totally fine with him being there. I love the Ultimate Warrior just as much as the next guy. But if you're gonna have Ultimate Warrior, why not have some more 80s wrestlers? And no, I don't mean the DLC. Actually, speaking of DLC, I think they could have improved on that in this game. In the past games, you had all these DLC characters that you didn't have to buy packs for. They just come sold separately, and you have this huge list of characters you could download. And eventually they all became free, which was really great. I'm not saying they should do that again. That's not very good from a marketing standpoint, but still, there are so many DLC. In this game, it's just the Sting pack, which you can get by pre-ordering, the Hulk Hogan pack, which I'm pretty sure you can get by pre-ordering, the WCW Legends pack, and the Hall of Pain in one last match. I feel like all those wrestlers should have just been sold separately, and then if you really wanted to, get the showcase pack. And then maybe a few exclusive things that aren't in packs, like maybe download some alternate attires, stuff like that. I really think they could have improved the DLC. But back to the roster, they needed to add more legends, and they just didn't have that many great superstars. Like, why are superstars like Rey Mysterio in this game, and I love Rey Mysterio. Once again, I love this character, but he's done nothing. I'm not even sure he's in the WWE anymore. I don't even think he was in the WWE at the time that they made this game. It's just a lot of the roster slots are pointless. The divas are just a waste of space, honestly. Like, who wants to play as the divas? And they don't have as many like characters from ECW and all that. Like, do we really need NXT superstars at this point? I mean, sure, NXT has grown to more popularity, but if you're gonna have them, don't put them on the main roster. Put them on like a side thing, where it's like a side roster, like how they have the divas, and have NXT as like another offering of characters. I mean, or wrestlers. It's just that kind of pissed me off when a lot of the unlockable characters were people like Rusev, who should have just been part of the main roster to begin with, and the NXT superstars. Like, I don't really want Sami Zayn. And if I do have Sami Zayn, he should have came with the game, and he should have been on his own little side. So, moving on from the roster size, let's get to the arenas. And in this game, the arenas were really lacking. They were just 2011 versions. If I wanted to play the 2011 versions of arenas, I just go out and buy SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. I liked how they had Bad Blood and a couple of other older, like, the Ruthless Aggression era arenas, but they needed more classic arenas, like, or at least, if you're gonna do classic versions of arenas, do, like, the old Royal Rumbles, old Survivor Series, which I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure they have those, actually, but, like, more unique arenas, like, like I said in my wishlist video, bring back more unique arenas, such as how in SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, they had, like, New Year's Revolution, and, the Christmas thing. I forget the name of that one. But there are so many great things, and it really just felt not as great of a arena selection in this game. Which, maybe it's because we're kind of spoiled, because WWE 2K14 had a bunch of the old ones, and so did WWE 13, but still. So, another complaint that I have is Universe Mode. And this is a bit smaller, but in Universe Mode, it just really isn't as engaging anymore. The cutscenes are repetitive and annoying, there's no speech in them, although, then again, I shouldn't be expecting speech when it's pretty much you creating your own story. But it really just got boring after a while, and with all the customization that you can do in it, it still just really just gets boring and monotonous after hours of playing. You can't play it like you could in WWE 12 or 13. It just doesn't feel as, I don't know how to describe it, just doesn't feel as engaging or anything, which really needs improvement. And I used to love how you could turn on Universe Mode in the menus and do like a Universe match from the main menu. And my final complaint would be the match types. There aren't any real unique ones. Like, do we really need Extreme Rules, No Holds Barred, and False Count Anywhere? Those are essentially 3 of the same exact match types, except one of them you can pin outside of the ring. It's really pointless. And it's really annoying when I want to do a triple threat ladder match, but I'm restricted to just normal triple threat, like a table triple threat, and like elimination triple threat. It just isn't as great as in the other games. You could play whatever match types that you want with however many players that you want. And online, there are so many problems actually. This online mode is really laggy and annoying. They got rid of the Royal Rumble online. You can't play as divas online, which I know I said they're kind of pointless in the game. But they really online, it'd be cool, I guess, to see divas for the women that play these games. So you can't play as divas, you can't do Royal Rumbles, it's just really restricted. This game, as great as it was graphically and gameplay wise, it just really it needed a lot of improvement, and it felt very restricted. So that's where I'm hoping, if they can just blend in the good things about the old games, that being customization, match types, etc., and mix it with the gameplay graphics and all that from 2K15, they could really make a perfect wrestling game, somewhat like what they did with No Mercy back in the 90s. So yeah, that's my thoughts on 2K16 and my problems with 2K15. So leave a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below what you hated about this game, or what your problems were, or what you want to see in 2K16. And be sure to subscribe for more awesome gaming content about Mortal Kombat X, wrestling, possibly Minecraft in the future, like once or twice, I don't know. But yeah, so I am out.
What's he think he's gonna do with that? Oh, look out here. Whoa, whoa! I'm not